Alright, Michael here. And yes, everything that shines and glitters is not always gold. And then, I guess for some, it is gold. I guess the blood running in my veins, man, is gold. So gold is the most conductive metal. And as Prince said, all the glitters ain't gold. What you think is gold ain't gold in the eyes of God. And that's really the genius of Prince. And there's a reason why I am showing you Prince. And what do you think the reason why is? Prince, do you understand? Prince worked for the cause. He was a 72. I happen to be the most important 72 there is and ever was. I'm a rare breed. I'm a rare mathematical equation, an algorithm, a 101, a true 101. Everybody already wants to do that same stuff. I'm trying to change the game, man, and give you a perspective, man, that is uniquely mine, man. And I will break the mold, man. So like I said, man, you got to go through the fire, man. Me and my brothers, man, we sat through the fire. That burn. We felt that sting. We drank that bitter cup. We crossed that bitter sea. We were held captive since children. Okay? Me and my three brothers, man. So we're going to read here in the book of Enoch, chapter 18, man. So, let me see what he's saying here. So, Enoch is being shown the treasures of all the winds. So these storehouses of the winds, of the water, of the snow, of the different elements, man. And I saw how he had furnished them with the whole creation and the firm foundations of the earth, which stood in between the pillars, above the waters, in and out of the waters, right? And I would have to say that reminds me of what a pyramid and how the pyramids were designed. Through water. Through a water system, in and out of the water. Kind of like how the sky is. The sky is a different form of water. The rainbow and the ark sit arched over, us. And separating us from the waters above and the waters below. Either way, it's all water, man. And you are part water. And you live on a water planet. And mostly nobody would tell you this other than Bruce Lee. But he'll, be like water, okay? Be like water. Be like water to where you kind of don't matter which way you get dragged. This world's going to pull you in either way. It's going to pull you apart either way. It's going to try to divide you either way. It's going to try to conquer you either way. But I could tell you, as God is my witness, and as a true faithful witness of God, one of the own, I could tell you this, that rest assured that this is just a fleeting moment. Not real. Seems real, not real. Seems real, not real. Okay? So how do you know what real is? And have you questioned the nature of your reality? Everybody says, oh yeah, but Mike, I questioned it. Oh yeah, have you really? What'd you figure out? Because if you're not disturbed by it, like in the Gospel of Thomas, well then you truly haven't found and know yourself yet. And if you don't know or have found yourself, you have failed to recognize the instructions of Ptahhotep, the very first book in the entire world, which is an African spirituality book, about the laws of Ma'at. Oh yes, Ma'at and Nut. And they bear witness to me. They bear witness to me. So I'm really not into glorifying myself right now in any kind of way, because I don't deserve it, nor have I earned it. But in the end, I trust and believe I will. Trust and believe I will. I have a hunger inside me and a zeal that I don't see in other people. And I don't know why people fail to connect with it or understand it or what. I'm not looking for anything but a firm connection, foundation, friendship, fellowship with people who are like-minded like me, my soul tribe, my ancestors. And to say you're my ancestor or my soul family, well, that's all good. I don't really care about that. You have to show me you are. Come up to me in person, man. Come up to me, you see me on the streets. I'm out here every day. I'm not hard to find. So if anybody would make excuses as to why they haven't approached me or saw me or acted upon anything that they felt inside them, well, they're a coward. They're a coward, and I really don't want them having any bit of my time or energy. So, and that's me being polite as I can be. So, you don't know how I was treated. I've been mistreated by everybody, including my own family, mother, father, sister, brother, you name it. I have drank the cup of really kind of like just remorse and sorrow and shame and guilt. And this world tries to shame me and guilt me into all kind of stuff, man. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake, man. It's just that simple. I won't hold no shame or guilt over it. I'll try to rectify it. Like, everybody like blames Donald Trump, saying, oh, he doesn't go to God. Well, no, he goes to himself. And I kind of agree with him where he doesn't ask God for forgiveness. He doesn't bring him into that argument. He tries to rectify it within his inner self and inner being and keep it quiet, keep it hush-hush, keep it 100. It's not your business what he does. It's not your business what I do either. And it's not your business what my mom does, or my brother does, or my family does, or my entire lineage, okay? Because biblically, I have no father or mother. Biblically, I am the first son of a Don, man. Don Duke. Okay? And my dad had 4 brothers, man. So you do the math, man. And I got 4 brothers, man. I am the 4th. So, I mean, you do the math, man. Are you not putting two together? Who were the 4 brothers in Babylon when Nebuchadnezzar ruled over the kingdom and went insane and acted like an animal for 7 years, which is also a very, very good clue that I know exactly who Nebuchadnezzar really is. And, yeah, what's up with, Nebuchadnezzar? What's up with us stealing the Stargate that was in Iraq, us going to war over the body of Gilgamesh, and because he had Anunnaki blood, and he also had a dream tablet that they bought for like $100 million or something like that. And all it said was, you're going to stay down here on Earth until you learn. That's what it said. That's what the U.S. Army and military invested in. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Stole every damn artifact from Iraq, Iran, whatever, Afghanistan. Where Mesopotamia was. And the Anunnaki landed. I guess. Hey, man. And Saddam Hussein was in possession of the ziggurat. Possibly was using it to retrieve things, people, ancient sites, ancient dates, ancient beings, man. And Saddam Hussein, man, was basically brought about by, war boss George Bush, and till he got that shoe thrown at his head. Man, I throw a baseball at his head like good, man. And I throw pretty hard. I played junior college baseball, man. I'll fire a baseball at him, man. I like to hit his head, his dad in his head, and him in the head, and Jeb in the head, and go pop, pop, bing, boop, bing, bow, you know, poom, pow, ping. Knock them down like some rats coming up from the holes, man. And that's how you got to do the devil, man. You got to keep the devil down this hole. And unfortunately, here in America, man, the devil has came and has saw and has certainly went about conquering. And until people realize that they have the power, and just like a computer, if we operated on the same key or the same node, they not only can't track us all at one time, but we can all be of one mind and of love and of something that can penetrate any wall. Because that is what love can do, my brothers and sisters. Love is the master plan. And love can penetrate all forms of matter. And that's the truth. And that's an undefined, unknown mathematical equation, man, is love. They can't equate love, dude. Well, if you added it, it would break everything. It would bust open everything. It would send rushing waters through the doors like the damn Shining elevator with the blood. That would be the rushing living waters that you would see coming out of the house of God, out of the storehouses, and the blessings being poured out upon us. We deserve it, right? Some of us have nothing. I mean, we've had nothing for like 7 years. This hasn't been something that, because we were told not to, go and worship Caesar, but rather give Caesar what is Caesar's, give God what is God's. Why do you think Michael's sitting there talking to you about God and all the things that he told me, showed me, has done for me, and continues to do for me without price or reward? I can't stress how possessions, materialistic, monetary gain really means nothing to not only the Father or the light. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Get a cookie from the light? Light is conscious too. Light has consciousness behind it. That means plasma is conscious. I forget, man, where exactly. I think it was in Egypt, actually. And they had plasma balls. It was like little plasmatoids, like little planetoids, and they were pretty cool, man. And it just told me that the light from a star, the light in general, the ray, the Ra, okay, the ray is in the Aten, okay, and the Aten is in everything. So ray is in everything. So how you gonna beat me, man? We're having a redneck Christmas, man. And my birthday is Christmas. Oh, yeah. Call whatever you want. Mithra, Heberu, Horus, Jesus, Dionysus, dude. You name it, man. Krishna, Kal-El, the last son of Krypton, real Krypton. I know it's nice to see Superman shooting, 700 miles in the sky in 2 seconds. It's more wild to me, man, is that I could go about my business every day, man, and people would even spit on the ground I walked on. But turn on Superman, he's getting love from Lois Lane. He's getting love from his adopted parents who aren't even his real parents. Basically put here in Babylon, like me and my brother Asa was, and my other brother Gabriel, and my other brother Daniel. And yes, we're all brothers. We're 4 brothers, 4 winds, 4 angels, 4 directions, 4 cardinal points. You name it. It's just me. It's just me and my family, bro. This is it. And I get it. If you're 72, I ride with you, man. Reach out to me, man. Let's be friends, man. Let's grow. Let's grow together, man. Let's learn together, man. Because you're looking at a guy who certainly doesn't know much. I'm just a humble, no bullshit guy that kind of was raised in tough love, in a tough, gritty environment. Never had shit handed to me, uh, but was raised right. My mother and father raised me right. Now, my family was not functional by any means. And I had a brother and sister, and I certainly have my best friend, my dog, and I have a cat too. But my dog, Ranger, that's my dog, man. That's my shepherd, man. That's my watchdog. That's my guard dog. And part of the Sphinx is showing how man is both animalistic and spiritual, godly. So man is laying down like a dog, right? And people are trying to figure this out. What is the reason for this? Why does he look like a dog? Like, what? And there's not only a reason for it to reach up to the neck of the Sphinx and the actual body to reach a certain maximum point of the flood to where the Sphinx remains and the head remains on top. So they say in this ancient parable, the only thing that existed after the flood was the pie and the Ra, the eye of God, and the never-ending spiral, the Fibonacci. And you can find this design in all things and matter. And like I said, the Sphinx is a bird. It's also a lion, an ox, an eagle, or a phoenix, whatever you want to say. Bennu bird, Thoth bird. Thoth is the house of the net. It is where all thought goes from the internet, and is an ancient network apparently that's been connected in Egypt. I mean, through Kemetic language, Kemetic symbols, hieroglyphs, petroglyphs, you name it. All this stuff has phonetic meaning, language, yeah. But anyways, here, we're reading in Enoch. And Enoch's talking about finding the storehouses of the elements like snow, rain, desert, I want to say. They find Sahara sand coming from all the way from the Sahara into the United States, which is weird because people say that Utah, the Grand Canyon, where ISIS crashed the ship, or Lulu, I forget. But anyways, that is what they're hiding. And they hide the true story of the Anunnaki, which I do believe is the story of us, the future telling the past. And just as men and women were drinking and marrying until the flood came and swept them all away, so it will be in the days of the Son of Man. For they will be eating, marrying, in the fields, in wherever, doesn't matter. They'll be swept away, gone, poof. The light can really destroy these people. And yes, I never ever want you to think that I hate my brother or my sister. No, I do not. What I think is that many people have been influenced, inspired, inhabited by demons, which is not their fault. They don't even know it's happening to them, some of them. And if you're not in tune with the spiritual realm, you don't see these clear beings that you can't see jump into, say, a body that they don't see or know. And you think you're still talking to that person. No, you're not. You're talking to a demon inhabiting that person. And sometimes people recognize it, sometimes people don't. And it's not on me to save people. It's not. I could do all my best to lead people to water, man, and I wouldn't follow me though, man. I'm no role model, but I mean, I would love to be an example for people. It would give me some kind of incentive to not be a complete failure, my whole life, and have wasted my whole life, and live with regrets and things like that, man. It's just sad, man. What really bothers me is the wife thing, man. This girl went from saying she would be there for me for anything to just completely ghosting me and talking ignorant to me and thinking she can get away with it, dude. Well, she don't know how a real pimp works, dude. That's what I'm saying. I'll curve her so quick, man, she don't even know, man. But you hurt me, just know that. You hurt me. You hurt me because you're a liar, that's why. And I don't like liars. I really don't like liars. And I've been lied to probably by a lot of everybody here. And everybody close to me. You want to lie to me? Okay, fine. I just stop pretending like I know things. Because, like, what's the point? You know what I mean? It's like to my mother, like, yeah, I could share, like, some holy, special, scriptural knowledge. Like that she doesn't even know that I have attained. And I don't think a lot of people know that I have attained what I have really attained. Because I put in the work. I put in the work, dude. Nobody else put in the work for me. I wasn't sitting at the church on Sunday. No, I was writing notes, dude, from Sunday 7 a.m. till Sunday 8 at night. And I'd still go probably till 10:30 some nights. Filling up notebooks, dude. Like, not just one page. No, entire notebooks, bro. I got about 6 of them here, front to back, filled up. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of material here, man. A lot of material that people don't know, and kind of it's hard to access. If you're not somebody who is a Caristas, like myself, who we are from Jupiter, 6-dimensional beings. My true name is really Door Crystal. I told you that. Door for the door. Crystal is a real name of Christ. That's what your pastor don't even know, and he won't tell you because he feels like it's useless, but it's not. Once you understand how the crystalline structure works in your brain, inside your pineal gland, in the Janus key, sitting between both sides, front and back, either side, forward, sideways, whatever it is. The Janus key, the horse key, the pineal key, it activates the crystalline structure inside our brains. Because we live inside a crystalline quantum computer, which is our minds. Or it's one mind, really. We share one mind. We share one brain. This is a hard saying to really speak to people, because I don't even like to share one mind with people. I really don't. I don't want nobody, because I know that my mind is not entirely mine. And my thoughts can be intrusive sometimes. And not belonging to me. I'll be like, why would I even be thinking that? Like, that's not me. And if you don't take these thoughts captive and just tuck them and duck them under the garbage can and slam that door shut and seal that thing closed. I mean, these things will mess with you. Your brain lies to you. It's the biggest liar there is, man. And it's very strange. And I'm starting to understand that the Holy Spirit, I believe it's female in nature. Now, I say that for a reason, dude, because I felt like, dude, like, is it me talking to me, or is it the Holy Spirit talking to me, who is a female? Or is this just my second part of me, who is a female? I was telling my buddy Donnie today, I'm like, listen, Donnie, listen, you got a female, man, dude, somewhere out there that's your twin. And people think that's far-fetched, but no, when you were made, man, you were made, I mean, not only beautifully and wonderfully in the image of God, man, but like, woman was taken from your rib. The name Adam and Eve, dude, never says Adam and Eve. It just says Adam. And because it says that the woman Eve, or Hava, the mother of all living, which is interesting. Abraham's like the father of all living, and his name was Abraham. God put that holy breath in him when he changed his name. And yes, God changes names. I won't get into my names. I'm playing like a six double agent, with these people out here, man. I'm like a different identity for every day, man. But like, there's some identities I'm not. So if you claim to be me online, I'm gonna have to evaluate you and do an inventory on you, because there's a lot of things I don't like about myself, but I'll admit to myself about myself. A lot of things I don't want to be about. I don't want to be that person. I don't know, man. It's up for you to decide all this stuff, man. I'm just trying to lead you. I'm just trying to give you answers. Maybe something will click one day when maybe something resurfaces and it connects. I pray that it does, man, because I was always told, I was told by my brother, do you wish to know more? Well, yeah, I wanted to know everything, like Enoch, okay? And I told you about the guy, Paul Enoch, okay, Asmodeus. Paul Asmodeus Enoch. He was in a secret space program for Mars. And they fucked with his identity and consciousness. Now imagine you being me, and you're trying to figure out your identity, dude. And you're seeing things like Tutankhamun, the Sphinx, it being connected to Jesus, the Lion of Judah, who was Michael Zadok. I didn't just learn this. You see, I told you about something that Prince Harry had gotten. Probably couldn't believe. That spoke to him about the last night and who I was. And my relationship to Mary Montague. And then the secret space program in Area 51. Well, I haven't heard anything since then about this King John, who is myself. Okay? I don't know what kind of game they have played with me. But like, according to the Q nonsense, Trump election, I remember, dude, they were going to do some kind of thing for me, like some kind of power on, power off thing. Trump was going to, they were all going to do for me. The whole Q thing. Because I'm Q. That's why I'm Q. So there's a lost gospel, Q, 17th letter, my identity, Resh, Q meaning Qumran, Q meaning the highest level of clearance you could get really in the military, or it'll give you 25 years in Leavenworth. I mean, but if you expose their secrets, but whatever happened to the truth, dude, prevailing? That's what I always wondered. You're gonna threaten me with treason in Leavenworth, dude, for 25 years. I almost get arrested, dude, by some kind of international, what is it called, dude? Some kind of international spy thing, dude, where they arrest people internationally. Buildings are blowing up, dude. This is January 6th. I go to fucking D.C. Secret Service is haunting me. Trump gets on the radio. They didn't want me going there because I was going to figure out the truth. That whatever they portrayed as going on, like the media, I was on my way to D.C. to figure it out, dude, low key. And I said to myself, my aunt actually lives in D.C. now. She didn't always live in D.C. But it just so happens that she lived in D.C. when I went down to get my grandfather's ashes. And down to Florida. We go to D.C. I'm like, I want to see D.C. Guys are riding down there. I want to see what's going on, dude. It was January 6th. And then they had the nerve, dude, the gall, man, to call Mike Pence, dude, a Judas Iscariot, dude. Because I knew who I was playing in the secret space program. I knew my initials. You see, my name is Mike, okay? But my last name and Trump's last name and Biden's last name all sound very, very similar. And you could basically unscramble it, any name, dude, and get those names with my name. And I was like, this is weird, dude. And I kind of let it go, man. I was kind of like turned off by it, man. because none of it was true. It was all AI. And then I realized Q is AI. Q is fucking AI and quantum. Then I learned all about quantum physics. And Q is not a person more than it is like a computer. And I told you, this is the same computer that is your brain. We live inside our minds. Yes, what is inside reflects outside. So always try to remain above and beyond what these demons and these nasty, evil, wicked, ugly wolves do. Because I'm the white wolf. I died and came back. Rather, I woke up. I was the first one to awake. See if I'm lying about that. 26,000 years. First one to awake. I told you, just as the almond tree is first tree to bud in the winter, that came from Aaron's staff in the Ark of the Covenant, so was I the first one to wake from winter, sitting in between the Ark of the Covenant and the cherubim. Interesting? The Spirit of God is interesting. Trust me. Never ending, endless is His name. Almighty. Sustainer. Rab. Provider. Comforter. All the things not everybody can do for God and His kingdom. Would you think you were going to be laid out on the beach with a couple honeys, dude? Sipping a daiquiri, dude? Like, oh man, this is heaven. Well, what'd you think heaven would be like? Did you think you wouldn't have to work? Did you think you wouldn't have to prophesy? Did you think you wouldn't have to come again? This is a constant growing. This is a constant trying to bring people to the right kingdom through sound, right knowledge and doctrine, which I told you are Nuwapian. That's just me. It involves the three most patriarchal religions that are always divided and opposing one another. The goal is to bring us all together, looking in one place at one another, building one another up, not looking at things like differences in religion, but opening up dialogue, opening up love, opening up our hearts, and changing the currency of this earth from nasty ass paper with a dead president on it, which is an idol and a severe idol, okay, which your president actually serves idols and gods of fortresses and workmanship of men's hands and things that I never worship. I never worship. And that is why Janus and Jambres withstood Moses, but they could not duplicate God because God is a spirit, not a image. Get it? And if you think Donald Trump is a Messiah figure, well, blasphemy. And may the Almighty rebuke what you say and have said and have ever said, because you are not to ever be trusted or to be looked at as somebody. The guy was grabbing pussy and, by force, caught on mics, signing non-disclosure agreements with porn stars. So his wife never knew and nobody never knew. So what do you think he did with Jeffrey Epstein? I mean, everything was non-disclosed. I would guarantee it. And I'm sure he's friends with his attorney. He was friends with the guy for 15 years. Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Like he's surprised by it. Dude, that's one of the tactics of a liar, bro. I know liars, dude. I studied psychology for years, dude. I can tell when somebody's lying. That was a lie. Are you still talking about this Jeffrey Epstein? Like you don't know who he is and you don't know the dirt you did with the dude. You know what you did, okay? And I can only hope and pray that his power is not so much above the law like it has been, and that God somehow, has some kind of nugget, dude, that he's going to pop open and expose, and somebody got something on him that they'll expose it, dude, for what it really is, dude. and he'll go his way. He'll go his way, and his God and his prosperity gospel go his way. Because some of us put in dirt, some of us put in sweat, some of us put in tears and time and blood and money. Your daddy gives you fucking 400 million. You ain't putting no time in. I was busting my ass when I was 12 years old, picking up garbage, dude. Scraps, carpet scraps, on my knees, dude, wanting to learn from my dad. Now, granted, my dad wasn't the best role model. Didn't have the best childhood. Didn't have the best grandmother or mother. So I never had a mother or grandmother, I'm sorry. And on my mom's side, I never knew. Never knew either one of them. And yeah, the day my pap died is the day I went down to Florida with my aunt who lives in D.C. We went down to Florida because her husband is a scout for the Washington Commanders. So exciting, right? So exciting. Well, my grandfather, who I was closest to, he just passed away, and I really was upset. And my mother was upset, and my pap married a woman, a beautiful woman, and my aunt says, oh, I thought Helen would have went before him. My pap played ice hockey when he was 55, dude. My pap danced, dude. He was an OG. I called him OG. He carried around assault rifles, dude, Uzis, dude. Fucking flash them before you in his Kango hat, dude. He thought he was mafia. But that was my man. That was my grandfather. I was closest to him. That was my mother's father. JC. Okay? Yeah, we'll get into how many JCs I have in my family, too. It's disgusting. I never knew it until this year. And I'm not even a JC. I'm not. So, does that tell you that name's just an anagram, dude? It's just like Jesus' real name is Michael. Or DK or Dorn, okay? Thank you, Mel. And you know what? I didn't even get a chance to really get into this. He's saying here he saw the cornerstone of the earth. He said he saw the winds on the fire on the earth carrying the clouds. So I know if you're in like Peru or somewhere, or the Andes Mountains, I mean you could see the clouds really shape off these mountains, man, and come basically being carried. And I saw the pass of the angels. And I saw the end of the earth, the firmament of the heaven above. Interesting. And I proceeded and saw a place which burns day and night. And there are 7 mountains of magnificent stones, 3 toward the east, 3 toward the south. And as for those toward the south or the east, one was of a colored stone, and one of a pearl, and one of a jacinth, and those towards the south a red stone. But the middle one reached to heaven like the throne of God, of alabaster, and the summit of the throne was of sapphire. Wow, that's interesting. There was a time a couple months ago, I don't know if anybody remembers, like Mr. MBB was catching all this purple light, and like people were wondering what is going on with this purple light flashes, like. And I remember seeing this lightning flash one of those nights. I have never seen lightning flash this bright in my life. I thought I was literally going up, ascending into the ship. Then I saw people ascending into the ship, walking up Jacob's ladder into the UFO. Oh, you say, oh my, Jacob's ladder, UFO. Yeah. CERN captured it in Antarctica quite some time ago. Couldn't deny it. It was a ladder coming out of a UFO and angels descending and ascending upward. So, there you go. And Jacob saw God here, and he wrestled with the angel of the Lord. He wrestled with his higher self, and he would not let his higher self go, or this angel, because the name Israel means to wrestle with God. When I tell my mom or somebody like that, Mike, you're so silly. Mike, you're so silly. I know, I'm so silly. I hope one day it pays off. Because all I ever wanted was to be wanted and to feel like I was wanted by not only my dad, I mean, my mom too. I mean, like, I'm a mama's boy. I'm too much like my mom. And I'm everything I don't want to be. That is my dad. So, can't change who you are. So this sapphire stone was kind of like what I was seeing. I kept sensing this violet light. I mean, the ether, the green ether smoke, the ethereal. I know about the hyperboreal realm, like the green eminence and ether smoke, dude, that comes from the black light. I know all about it. I was born in it. And my light is really essentially violet, purple. That's really what it is. And next would be green. Purple and green, yep. So we're going to continue on here, okay? I told you about the pearl of great price sitting in between your temple. Oh, yeah. Your two ears in between your two eyes, above your nose. Ah. So he's saying here, the throne room was, amazing. And we know that heaven is God's throne, the earth is his footstool, where is the house that you would make for him, All these things that his hand made. So don't get it twisted, dude. People be twisting the scriptures up too much. Well, go ahead and read them, dude. They testify of me. I can't even fake that, dude. Because a long time I've been trying to fake it. And it's really been like I've been ignoring my calling. I don't know which direction to step, who to call upon. I prayed and asked for tutors, direction, answers, you name it, as a firm believer in God, man, and a humble, hope-filled servant, man. All I'm asking for, I'm not asking for all the answers. But how does one ask a question without getting an answer from God? For Scripture says, if you do this thing, this will be done unto you. So I'm waiting for that thing to be done unto me. That helps guide me and propels me into the position that I so desire to be in. All for the glory of praising God. There is no other glory I need or want in this world. I'd rather live minimal, scrap money is, money. I mean, if you hand me money, I'm sure I'll spend it wisely. I'm almost positive about it, Women don't impress me. Money doesn't impress me. You name it. Drugs, fun, filth, porn. All those fun stuff we do as young people, and we're trying to better ourselves at. And it's a work in progress, right? A work in progress, but I ain't gonna let you shame or guilt trip me. Cause I bounce back quick. Trust me, I bounce back quick. The enemy knows that. They say, "Oh shit, Mike's bouncing back again, man." Mike's bouncing back up on this court again. Son of a bitch. We didn't get him. Every time they do it to me. I know it, man, because I could sense it. I could hear it. I could feel it. So I know when somebody's hating on me. Or hating on my rise, dude. My come up. Because, like, there is going to come a time where you can't hide what doesn't want hidden anymore. You know, there was a fun time in my life where I did not want hidden the way that God was hiding me. But he kept saying, oh, yeah, it's for your safety. You got a $50 million bounty out on your head. Yeah, imagine that, having $50 million put on your head. Yeah. There was a time where I was very scared to walk out my door. I kept thinking, oh, yeah, the Vatican got me on their kill list. Something, CIA got me on their kill list. I have reasons to believe this stuff. And they probably don't know who I am. They know who I am, but they don't know what I look like. Because when all this coronavirus is going on, there were people wearing masks. And you almost like would want to say to yourself, why are you wearing a mask, you idiot? You're literally covering up and breathing in the virus, dude, if you contract it. And so that went on for a while. I know they were lying about the numbers. I still don't get I think it was a tracking device. It is what it was. They were tracking everybody that had phones. Because something came up and popped up, I'm sure in their niche or whatever you want to call it, carbon footprint of something called the Moses virus. And I told you about what I'd seen. I saw an x-ray machine, 2 eggs, used DNA, and a sign, like a DVD, that said, still not dead. And there was a picture of me, still not dead. Then I watched this kid do some kind of magic ritual, swallow these pills, this used DNA out of this coffee mug, drink it down. All of a sudden, he has this golden book. All of a sudden, I see this snake wrapped around his neck, coming down from above, protruding down, very slick and slendery. And he was wearing this camouflage shirt, whatever, what do you call it, flannel, that was matching like a cobra, like a fucking golden snake, a brazen snake. Well, the kid lifted up the book. He said his little bullshit. I was trying to figure out what he was saying. I thought he was reading the Bible to himself. Apparently, he had some kind of magical book. He lifted up this book, dude, and out from under this book, this golden book, came this golden brazen serpent. And all I seen was the eye, and I jumped back about 20 feet, scared the living shit out of me. I don't scare that easy. So then I saw something manifesting on my right arm. What was it? It was the damn snake shedding its skin. And I had some kind of like hair gel or something that said like tight and like I don't know, long and tight or something like that. Like I'm trying to think of the significance of that. I'm not sure, but it involved the Osiris mask. Is that a funerary mask, a death mask? I'm not sure. I'm not sure because that's all I remember seeing was me on the ground on my knees on the floor and Osiris on his knees on the ground next to Horus, or Horus next to Osiris, his dad. And that was interesting because I kept seeing the green man's heading to the Westland and he's saving the blood for somebody special. So, I don't know, next thing I knew, John Paul II got hit with an asteroid. His blood's missing from, I don't know, some church or something, man. And Pope Francis is riding on his Fiat, dude. Hearing them bells ring, dude. You know, then me figuring out the path of Nibiru. And what Nibiru actually is, man, it's a destroyer. It's the third secret of Fatima. It is Marduk, what some call Mordecai. Okay. It is the red dragon. It is basically just ripped apart old sun. It brings death with it. It has a tail of like 1.7 miles, dude, like comet tail. So it brings a lot of debris with it too. It actually brings death with it, is what it does. And it's a weapon. It's a light ray gun too. And I hold that weapon. And like I said, it's a weapon not to show you how big and tough and bad I am. No. No, it's just to let you know I have the weapon. I also have what they call the Vajra, whatever they call it, with them Hindu gods and that powerful frequency, like almost like sphere. Guys, it's just that the power is in the hand. I got gold running through my right hand. I am the golden boy, I told you. And the power is in the blood, the life-giving force. And I still have a blood disease and need dialysis every day. You hear me complaining? And by this time, it's been about 7 years working for the cause. Yeah, I've complained. Yeah, absolutely. But, man, I stuck it through, man. I've made it now, 7 years. Do you figure the Bible is 7,000 years? On the 8th day, God rested in eternity. There wasn't nothing after the 8th day. That's the secret of eternity. Your preacher won't tell you that. But there's a lot to learn. We can learn from everybody, man. And I didn't get a real chance to read this. I will eventually, because it's the only thing that helps me, guides me, gets me through. This world is a sick, disgusting place, man. And I'm trying to make it as best as I can. Trying to. And it could use some help. Probably won't get any. I know I'm out here on my own. So stay strong, guys. And maybe one day I'll see you.